Some men settle down, some men punch a clock, and some of us, we just keep riding. Sun crawls up through a diesel haze, another nameless interstate day. Coffee black in a paper cup, truck stop saints just waking up. Boots on gravel, the engine coughs, old V-twin shakes the frost, leather cracked like a dry creek bed, full of miles and words unsaid. Got a patch on my back, dust in my lungs, stories older than the songs we sung. Ain't rich, ain't clean, ain't famous neither, just a road-burned country believer. Wind hits hard like a preacher's hand, says keep moving, don't you stand. We're brothers of the blacktop line, born to ride, not born to shine. Steel and thunder, grit and chrome, every mile another home. No white fence, no silver spoon, just a rusted heart out howling tunes. If you see our headlights drop, we're the brothers of the blacktop. Small town bar with a neon buzz, bartender knows just who he was. Pours it strong, don't ask no names, outlaws don't play them games. Pool table scarred, jukebox loud, boot heel stomping, biker crowd. Somebody laughs, somebody cries, somebody lies about alibis. Got a picture taped inside my vest of a girl who said she tried her best, but love don't ride at 80 miles, and it don't survive these outlaw miles. Phone lights up, I let it die. Some roads you don't retry. We're brothers of the blacktop line, leave the past in a cloud behind. Oil and sweat, smoke and steel, only truth is what you feel. No promises we couldn't keep, no roots grow where we sleep. If you hear that midnight chime, that's the brothers of the blacktop. Mama prayed I'd settle down, find good work in a quiet town, but the road got in my blood somehow, and it ain't letting go now. Graves back home got fresh cut grass, friends who never made it past. 25 in a barroom brawl, crosses lined along the wall. We're brothers, not by name, not by blood, not by fame, just the miles and the scars we share, and the weight we all still bear. Like a freight train howl, lightning splits that sky in half now. Rain hits hard like buckshot spray, still we don't pull off the highway. Engines scream through sheets of black, ain't no turning, ain't no slack. You don't ride this life halfway, you either stay or fade away. Beside me rides a graybeard vet, got more ghosts than cigarettes. Never talks about overseas, but he don't jump at thunder or screams. We ain't heroes, we ain't saints, just men who learn what freedom ain't. We're brothers of the blacktop line, hard as steel and twice as blind to the things we left behind, to the ties we You don't ride forever, but you ride as long as you can. 'Cause one day, somebody else will be wearing your patch. Hands ain't steady like they were. Eyes need lights to see things clear. But the road still calls my name. Same old wild, untamed flame. Young guns fly past loud and fast, like they're outrunning the past. I just nod as they disappear, knowing I was once them years. Got a map with no return, tank half full and bridges burn. When the day comes I can't ride on, hope it's with the engine on. We're brothers of the blacktop line, till the wheels give out in time, till the last mile fades away, till the final judgment day. Lay me down where highways stop, helmet resting on the top. Let the engines roll non-stop. For a brother of the blacktop. Some men settle down, some men fade away, but some of us, we just keep riding.
They bury the men, they burn the towns, but they never figured out how to bury the road. Black horizon chewing up the light. Day goes down without a fight. Ash like snow on a rusted sign, pointing nowhere down the county line. The engine coughs like it hates to breathe, chrome gone dull from the years beneath. Boot heels grind in the broken tar, like he walked out of a wrecked old war. Hat pulled low on a skull gone bare, fire paints empty sockets there. No blood left, no pulse, no plea, just miles stretching endlessly. Six string slung like a rifle strap, every note got a thunderclap. When he plays, even coyotes freeze, like the desert drop to its knees. If you feel that tremor in your bones, you ain't standing here alone. There ain't no grave on this road, no dirt deep enough to hold. We'll crawl back from the flame without a body, without a name. Crosses rock, stones are road, but he keeps paying what he owed. If you hear that engine low, there ain't no grave on this road. Two torn flags and a fence line snags, snapping hard like a body bag. He steps close, slow as sin, like he knows who died beneath the wind. Bone hand grips the splintered pole, pulls it free like he's digging a soul. Dust falls down in a silent rain, settling into the cloth like pain. He don't salute, he don't shout, just holds it steady, lets it play out. Wind tells stories he can't outrun, of polished wheels turning through the night. Motor growls like it feeds on rage, spitting sparks from a shattered age. Gas tank dented, saddle torn like it crawled through a firestorm. Headlight flickers pale and weak, like a dying star trying to speak. But it cuts through smoke and bone dry air like it's got a reason to still care. Old scars etching the leather seat, every mile another heartbeat. Not his own, those got spent on promises he never meant. Still he rides, still he goes, where the last red sunset glows, like he's chasing something just ahead, or running from what ain't quite dead. When the thunder rolls without a cloud, that's when he rides out loud. There ain't no gray nor gets road, no light strong enough to hold a soul burned down to coal, still dragging a bodiless soul. Steel bends, flesh corrodes, but some fire overloads when the sky explodes. There ain't no grave on this road. You think death stops a man? Death just takes the easy ones, the stubborn ones. They keep riding. There was a house on a quiet bend where the porch light shone till the bitter end, where laughter lived in boots by the door. Don't shine there anymore. Front steps crack, windows blown, just a skeleton of wood and stone. He don't stop, don't even turn. Some bridges you don't return, 'cause memory cuts deeper still, and any blade or bullet will. And ghosts ain't kind when they call your name, they just remind you who you became. There ain't no grave on this road, no peace for the overload. The blood, regret, and flame of every face he couldn't say. Stars fall cold, nights in. Engines don't die, they just fade into the dark. And some ride never stop coming back. Skies on fire where the daylight bled. Smoke writes prayers for the living and dead. Blacktop melts under boot and bone. He rides that road like it's all he's known. Chrome still warm from a life long gone. Headlight hums like a funeral song. Leather snaps in a burning wind, like it remembers the skin he was in. No sheriff's star, no badge, no name, just a skeleton crowned in flames. 6 strings hang like a loaded gun, pointed straight at the dying sun. Hear that thunder with no storm near. That ain't weather, that's fear. Right through the afterglow, where all the lost men go, past the crosses, past the flame, past every forgotten name. Ash in the rearview glass, nothing left but the past. If you hear that engine low, he's running through the afterglow. tree with a careful hand, like he still understands the land. Stars and stripes so black and brown, dust and smoke weigh the fabric down. He lifts it high to a burning sky, like a question nobody can reply. No crowd cheers, no bugle cries, just cinders falling from broken skies. He bows his head, slow, precise, for every soul that paid the price. Even the flames leaning close, like they're honoring ghosts. Right through the afterglow, where all the wild hearts go. No heaven gate, no mercy call, just fire waiting for us all. Chains don't bind him anymore, death can't close that door. When the night is the sun below, he rides through the afterglow. Some say he's hunting the men who ran, some say he's guarding this broken land, some say he's just too mean to die, too full of thunder to say goodbye. But if you stand where the road turns black, you might hear boots on gravel crack, and a guitar crying soft and low, like it don't want to let him go. Right through the afterglow, where no one rides alone. Every ghost on that endless track got a story he's carrying back. Motor screams like a wounded beast, feasting on miles it can't release. Flames lick high at the saddleback, trying to burn what he still drags. Old love letters turn charcoal black, still tucked deep in a hidden pack. Every word now a ghostly stain, every promise a chain of pain. He don't drink, he don't sleep, don't pray, just outruns yesterday. But time ain't slow and the road ain't kind, and memories got a longer mind. When the horizon starts to glow, that's when you know. Right through the afterglow, where the damn winds blow, past the sins you can't outride, past the tears you learn to hide. No grave dug deep enough, no prayer said loud enough. When the final fires grow, he rides through the afterglow. You don't choose that road, it chooses you. One day you're just riding, next day you're the story folks whisper about when the lights go out. There was a time he laughed out loud, stood up straight and walked proud, had a hand to hold at night, had a porch light burning bright. Now that house is dust and bone, just another place he won't go home. 'Cause home don't live where memory burns, and the dead don't wait for return. He stops one time on a nameless hill, engine ticks, everything goes still. Lays that flag on the silent ground, like he finally set it down. Right through the afterglow, where the brave hearts go. Not for glory, not for fame, just to finish what they became. Stars fall cold and slow on the road below. If you see that shadow grow, he's riding through the afterglow. don't look back, just go. They just don't die, they just fade into the dark. And some riders, they don't fade at all, just keep riding past the fire, past the pain, past the bend. Wind don't whisper out here, it howls. There ain't no graves, just dust and miles. If you see 'em riding through the firelight glow, son, bow your head. You're looking at the last outlaw. Sun bleeds out on a broken sky, smoke rolls low where the old roads die. Iron horse coughs in a field of flame, a nameless rider without a name. Leather cracked like a dried up well, eyes burn bright from a private hell. No heartbeat left in his hollow chest, just six strings singing what death confessed. Ash falls down like a funeral snow, every mile's one more ghost he knows. Ain't no town gonna let him stay, he rides the dark till it burns away. Hear that steel cry in the desert air, that ain't thunder, it's a warning prayer. Bow to the last outlaw, born where the wild winds claw. Fire in his empty eyes, carrying every man who died. Stars don't shine this far from grace, only sparks on a skull-bone face. If you see that shadow fall, bow to the last outlaw. Flags torn loose on a splintered pole, whipping hard like a restless soul. He lifts one slow from the blood-stained ground, like he's hearing a distant sound. Names long gone on the wind's old tongue, brothers buried, battle sung. Every stride holds a story told in dirt and lead and winter cold. He don't kneel for a king or crown, but he bows when the lost come round. Honor ain't in the breath you keep, it's the promises buried deep. When he bends, even hell goes still, like the world forgot how to kill. Bow to the last outlaw, dust where the angels fall. Gunsmoke ghost at his side, every sinner he couldn't save or hide. Roads all end in a ring of flame, but the dead still call his name. If you hear that iron call, bow to the last outlaw. He don't ride for revenge no more, ain't a war left worth fighting for. Just a rose in a bony hand for the ones who couldn't stand. He lays it down where the fire burned black, for the love he never brought back. Wind takes petals into like a caged old beast. Chains and thunder never ceased. Headlight cuts through the smoky veil like a lantern lit from hell. He ain't living, that much is clear, but death itself won't bring him near. Some debts burn too deep to fade, some vows never get repaid. Boot heels grind in the scorched red sand. Time itself can't stay his hand. When the firestorm starts to crawl, he's a shadow behind it all. If you hear six strings scream at night, don't go looking for the light. Bow to the last outlaw, storm that the heavens saw, riding where the lost men go, through the ash and the afterglow. No church bell gonna make him kneel, no grave gonna make him still. When the end begins to crawl, bow to the last outlaw. Some say he's cursed, some say he's chosen, some say he died 100 years ago. But every time the sky turns fire red, every time the wind smells like smoke, you'll hear that engine, you'll hear that guitar, and you'll know he's still riding.